brother of the greatest player in the world at the moment to your hit list, or in, you know, like to the victim list, should I say, it would definitely be a nice feather in his cap.
So I believe Crush is from New England?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I think so. I think that's like, because Matt.Zeb is here helping with the tournament.
Okay,
so,
yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Putting on some pressure right now with his back turn to Sheik, with the back airs and the up tilts.
Yep. And Android, of course, very comfortable with this matchup. Plays a lot with Zoller, plays a lot with Armada, and at Swedish Nationals has run into Leffen quite a few times as well.
Quite a few times, yeah.
Probably not going to be caught by surprise here, but this is one of the matchups that a lot of Sheiks dread. And yeah,
it's
part of it there.
Really bad in NTSC. And people will say it's even worse in this matchup because of what we're seeing here. The tech chases are a lot harder, and that's one of the main things you want to do versus Fox in this matchup, you know.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, you know, you don't die as easily. It's a bit easier to edgeguard, but still.
Yeah,
very hard
usually
matchup.
like when Fox is off the stage isn't the issue anyway, you know, as Sheik. And I would argue that the down throw against Spaceys, that change isn't that significant because you can still do the tech chase. Shadows to pull up at DreamHack Winter in 2015 was still tech chasing.
Did he?
Yeah, tech chasing Mango all over the place.
I gotta go back and watch that actually.
But the biggest detriment to Sheik in the PAL version of this matchup is actually the up air change, because having a vertical kill option is so significant in this matchup. So that's definitely something that makes Sheik's life so much harder, because Fox knows when they're at kill percent, they can sort of space their DI to only be able to be hit by the up air, and they know it's not too significant. Whereas in NTSC, you have to respect both options, and yeah, it makes it much more of a, you know, tougher choice on where to DI and position yourself. But Android making the matchup seem very even here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what he does. So yeah, as you said, like the upper changes, one of the changes that people tend to forget about.
Yep.
All we really talk about is how the down. Ooh, the tech chase with the down air, Android. Wow. Yeah, that's an easy.
Yep, that's going to be the stock tie game.
Android did not have time to charge any more needles there as the Crush was about to spawn. I'm always like close to saying Slox just because he just played.
Yeah. And they're kind of, you know, like two
US
hungry young foxes from the US, you know. It's understandable.
Nice shine stall there. I call that the Cyrax because he does it like all the time.
Yeah.
And ever since he's like come onto the scene, we see a lot more foxes doing it.
Ooh, big opening for Android here, though. Will he take the lead?
He knew. I thought he was going to grab the ledge from that, but Android was like, nah, I know this game. Nice up thrown there. Oh, the needles.
Yeah, just stuffs that approach from Crush here. Approaching shield from Android, trying to bait him in. Oh, gets sloppy with this re-jump there, and crushes onto him, catches the shine spike.
Even though that jump was pretty sloppy, a lot of people would not have like reacted to that. But Slox just, he was like, all right, your head is poking up, I'm gonna shine. Crush up. God damn.
Anyway, last stock for both players here. Big opportunity for Android.
Oh,
Downer
Android
into up air, into down air, into forward air, and he takes game one. Android.
Representing EU.
Yeah, and he extended that combo way more than it needed to, but the crowd definitely appreciating it. Coming alive here.
He just had to make sure.
Yeah, sometimes when you know it's gonna be over no matter what, then you might as well put a statement, you know, an exclamation mark to that game and try to like get your opponent a little shook before the next game.
Because Crush knew he could have ended that combo earlier, but then Android like sort of flexed.
Yep.
So it's demoralizing. So no surprises here. We're going to Stadium as Android is racking up the percent already. Nice DI on the dash attack though.
Oh, another big chain from Android.
Android and these down airs. Interesting choice of needle there, but he's still going to close out the stock here. Is he? Yep. Gets a laser in though.
And Crush opting to go Pokemon here. It is arguable. It's not really flat out wrong or right, but the Fox has you know, a choice to make between, okay, what's Sheik's worst stage in this matchup? Is it FD or is it Pokemon? And it's looking like Android has no problem playing Pokemon in this matchup.
None whatsoever. So what people like to say is one of the reasons this stage is even worse than Final Destination is because on the neutral, yeah, that's gonna close it out. On the neutral transformation, it's basically an FD with 2 platforms.
Yep.
That has a lower ceiling.
That is true.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Ooh, okay.
And since you don't really have vertical kill options, especially in PAL, a lot of the transformations, excluding this one, has a lot of obstacles in the way, which can ruin horizontal kill options. So in a situation which on any other stage would have killed the Fox, we'll just like send him into the tree and lead to nothing.
Yes, so although FD is like notoriously the stage Sheik players hate in this matchup.
Yep, in most matchups.
Yeah, this one isn't much better, especially against Fox. Oh, no forward there, but he still gets the forward tilt. And nice needles by Android. Up 2 stocks. I thought it was 1, and then I checked the scoreboard, and I was sadly mistaken.
Yeah, been very quick to end Crush's stocks here in game 2.
Nice, that was clinical.
And I definitely think this means a lot to both players. None of them want to say they finished outside of top 8 here.
Definitely not.
For Crush, it would mean a lot being a young up-and-coming American player to go over to Europe and finish top 8 at one of their major events. And for Android, of course, this is his home turf. This is Gothenberg, Sweden, and he definitely feels like he belongs in the top 8 of a tournament like this.
And yeah, we're calling Crush young in the sense that he's sort
young
of
in
new
melee.
school. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how
but
old
Android
he is.
really young as well.
He's young in every way.
Okay, but Crush is definitely bringing this back right now. Only 42%, and with the killing power of Fox against Sheik, this is anyone's game.
Yep. Good smash the eye on the drill there by Android to get away from the follow-ups.
Okay, so now this is steady even at 42% each. Gets the grab. He's been getting a lot of mileage off his grabs. Doesn't right there though as he goes. Don't go down there then.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for a hard read on walk up, leading to a spot dodge from the Fox, and then catching in with the up smash coming out of the spot dodge, but Crush onto him and just moves out of the way. And up smash, but goes into the pit though, and like I said, this makes the Sheik's really hard. The Sheik's life really hard because he doesn't really have any incentive to go in there because he has to juggle him all the way over the mountain before he can get any kind of good finisher. But the strong back there kills him off the top. But at the same time, Android had such a strong start there. He gimped him twice very early on in the game, and still Crush essentially brought it back to last stock, last hit. So
last hit, yeah. Up smash would have probably made it there. But
yeah, takes him back to Pokemon.
He goes
feels like this is still his best option, and that if things went a little more his way, maybe he could have gotten that W. So yeah, stays true to his opinion here, and goes back to Pokemon even in the face of defeat.
Okay.
Ooh, good down tilt, such a good launcher. Ooh, nice shine grab.
He missed the shine and recognized it right away and went for the grab as he closes out Android's first stock.
Yep, and the low ceiling helping him out there. Kills at 103.
This could be dangerous, but he needles the wrong way. Get up attack? No. Android and his up smashes. He's known for those.
And the slow turnaround from Android there. Crush
painfully slow, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Crush having all the time in the world to just shine him out of shield there.
He looked like a truck while he was turning around.
Once again, needle though, huge. Ooh, and Crush gets pineappled on his own counter pick.
What Android is doing is he's waiting for the shine stall to end, and then he's throwing out the needle, and it's working out for him.
Yeah. And takes center stage as Crush wasn't really giving him the opening he was hoping for over by the ledge there. Up throw by Slots.
Android is looking for so many grabs right now because it's been working out for him. He's getting a lot of damage off of the grabs, so it's a winning concept for him. There's another one.
Very unsafe dropping neutral air on the Android shield there, and gets grabbed for it, but doesn't lead to anything huge.
Slugs just stood there.
It's like the waiting game here a lot of the time, where they're just kind of standing right next to each other and waiting for the other one to flinch.
Nice patience there from Android on the fair. He waited out Slugs' move and then smacked him in the face. And he's brought this all the way back.
Oh, clips him with the dash attack. Down air, forward air will send him flying, but yeah, still gets the stock. Wave dash back, fastball, edge hog from Android, and once again he's in the lead and looking at a 3-0 here. Crush definitely trying to shut that down, but
He keeps making sure that like Slox definitely dies by extending his forward air combos with down airs.
Yep. And
Like
that's also kind of a read, because if Crush were to DI out on either the down air or the up air, it isn't a guaranteed combo follow-up anymore. So that's a hard read on. This guy is scared. He's going to go for the survival DI. I can extend my combo.
Yep.
It's not actually a safe link if he were to DI out.
That dash attack was actually very smart by Android, but Crush opted to go for the recovery on stage. Those needles, yep, okay.
Runs into the forward tilt there.
That was pretty unsafe angle, but he managed to make it back, and he also had his back turn.
Yeah, that seemed like a read from Crush there. He saw that Android really wanted those standing needles, catching the ledge option, and just went above him.
Oh, that's a sock.
Yeah, tournament stock for Crush here.
Is he about to get 3-0'd by Android?
Yeah, that's definitely not how we anticipated this. But opts to play patient here, not overcommit by the tree. I think that's a wise decision by Crush here. Just wait for it to return to normal. Don't let any jank get in your way, and stick to your game plan. Was definitely able to battle through most of a deficit in game 2, so I don't think this should be too, insurmountable for him. He's essentially 2 hits away from a win here. Yep. As Fox has so many options for taking Sheik stock.
Exactly.
So shouldn't get flustered. Big neutral air here. Can he get the edge guard?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Waits out the upward angle by Android, and we got ourselves a tie game here.
So if Crush is able to take... okay.
Oh, Sakurai
okay.
combos.
If Crush is able to take this game, he has 2 counter picks where he has to beat Android. But this is dangerous right now. Back air. Up throw. Okay, forward air.
We're seeing Android catching Crush out of his jumps a lot of the time, so Crush really needs to adapt to the fact that Android will go for a lot of preemptive aerials, trying to intercept this movement, and rolls into a forward tilt there. Android made him scared by moving towards him, but big back air from Crush, and this could just be it. Gets the shine spike. Turn around up B from Android, though. That's the Android special. Forward tilt, down air, started the set, another forward air, but he can still make it back. Will he? Straight to the ledge.
Nice
Brilliant
angle,
recovery from Crush. Down smash again. Will he make it back once again?
Android is gonna 3-0 Crush to make it into top 8. That's crazy.
Great play by Android. 3-0.